Oh, shit. Oh, that's funny. See, man, let me do the things. I'll probably find them all. Anyway, have you seen him with an injured leg?
Nope, sorry. But I did see a guy who had legs like a horsehair crab.
Oh, shit.
What? Sounds horrifying.
I want to touch your two big cheeks again.
Oh.
Seriously?
Yeah?
I just love that you like...
Latte.
It's like thing he just wanted to poke her cheeks. Right? We can't ask her to go to a town meet together because that will lead to the girlfriend ending, so we won't do that one. About the person with the injured leg.
Mizuki, could you go to the office? Ask them if they've seen anyone with an injured left leg.
Got it.
He tries to make something it'll work, but then it does. Mizuki ran to the office. After a while, she returned dejected.
Looks like it didn't go well.
No.
No. Let's check out Renju's office.
Good idea. You might find something important in there.
Mizuki and I investigated Renju's office, but I didn't find anything that could be a clue.
Damn, no hits.
Do not be discouraged. Bad days and sore feet are part of the job.
Time to earn my paycheck, I guess.
Do you have any memories of Renju?
Sometimes we would talk when I came over to hang out.
What kind of things did you talk about?
Nothing special. The usual.
The usual?
Are you doing well? Have you been eating right?
Huh, so that's the usual.
Okay, let's go to... Central Hospital. There's a fucking... I love it. There's a fake ending where you run off and give up being a police officer and run away with the big boobed receptionist. That's fantastic.
Mizuki! And Date.
Ota, are you okay?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, I don't want to get in your way.
This boy's just in and out of the hospital all the time.
I should head home before I cause any more trouble.
No, not at all. You're fine right here.
No, really, I should go. I'm sure that he has more fun with his friends than with me, so...
Just down the non-reconciled route as well. Mayumi quickly shuffled out of the room.
Thanks, Mizuki.
Huh?
You came to visit me, right?
Oh, yeah.
It would be awkward to admit we are only here for the investigation.
Yeah.
Have you remembered anything?
No, just what I told you yesterday.
All right. You know, if you weren't in the hospital, I would slap you upside the head so hard you start remembering things again.
Like shock therapy?
Whoa, old school.
Oh, yeah.
I thought Abyss was more future tech than that.
We are. But if it ain't broke, you can learn a lot from the past.
I see. Maybe you should hit him.
No way.
Ota's pretty energetic for being in bed all day.
He's the type that gets annoying around women.
Horny. How are you?
Forget me. Are you okay? You passed out last night.
Yeah, I'm fine. I feel much better after a good night's sleep.
It sounded like you were having a nightmare. You kept moaning something about Reika.
Oh, it's the one from from the maid cafe that we keep hearing about.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Hyper keeps making fun of Reika.
So,
whoever Reika
we
is.
still don't know who the culprit is?
If you remember anything at all, please, tell me.
Well, maybe that all depends. If you could get me, say, Tessa's toothbrush, it might jog my memory.
Nah, that's fucking weird.
Are you really gonna do this in front of Mizuki?
It's fine. Mizuki proofreads the light novels I write. I'm sure she's used to it by now.
Oh god, what the hell do you write?
What are you making her read?
Lots of things, like...
Wait, Mizuki, you don't have to tell him.
I was lying down in bed. About Ota. Slap that man.
I heard that you fought off the killer and saved Iris. That's so cool, Ota. You have a wound of honor.
No, not really. Well, I guess a little. Calling me a hero. It's kind of embarrassing.
I didn't call you a hero.
It is a good thing Iris was saved, but he's still irritating.
Even more irritating than seeing cosplay in public.
It was a random thing to have a go at it.
Have you heard about Iris? The nurse was talking about her a minute ago.
That she's still in the ICU? Yeah. Apparently the surgery went well, but she hasn't woken up yet.
Hey, Ota. Next time we should fold 1,000 paper cranes to wish that Iris will get better.
God, that would take fucking forever.
Yeah.
It's a branch of path from yesterday. This is... We hadn't actually got onto the path. We went down a path today, and we're going down another path because we reached the end of that path today. We were like in the middle of picking a path yesterday.
We could even make her a life-size crane.
That would be a somewhat troublesome gift.
Yeah, let's go.
Wait, you two just got here.
It's okay. We saw you. Now we can go.
We already have Ota's testimony. It is unlikely he has any further useful information.
Right.
You're the knife under the sheets bit. Yeah, that's a different route to this one.
Where to now, Date?
No, wait, no, hang on. Knife under the sheets bit. No, that's pre-us picking the route. Yes, that's pre-us picking a route there.
Let's see.
Yeah, we didn't find the chocolates in this one. The Akumi Shrine? Yeah, I don't know why we'd want to go here. Yeah, now you're useless to us.
Huh? Why are we at the shrine?
I don't know, it was an option.
Did you come here to pray that you find the criminal?
No, I don't believe in God.
Wow, how edgy teen of you.
Don't call me a teen. You're 12.
Well, you said that you got the shoulders of a 40-year-old.
That's not even remotely similar.
So why are we really here?
I sometimes come here when an investigation stalls. It helps me think. Sometimes I even solve the case from here. This is a quiet, peaceful little spot in the middle of a violent city. It's calming. It keeps all of the bad thoughts away.
Didn't expect you to be such a poet.
You could at least call me a romantic.
Same thing.
They're not at all the same thing. It's the difference between someone who's frugal and someone who's cheap.
You're stubborn about weirdly specific things.
Bell. A rope hanging from the
Mr.
bell.
Bell?
Mr. Bell.
Mrs. Bell.
I see you two are getting along well.
Rope hanging from the bell. Shinto shrine looks rather solemn. Guardian dog
Why
statue.
do these dog statues always have one with its mouth open and one with its mouth closed?
Good question. Maybe the one with his mouth open is going, ah, and the one with his mouth closed is going, You're the one who asked.
The and guardian dogs, yes. A tree. Like it's a tree. It's a tree. Chazuya. It's a chazuya. What the fuck is a chazuya? A chazuya. You wash your hands and face here. Explain to us. Monument. There's something engraved here, but I can't read it.
What does it say?
When riding on a train, people on opposite sides of the car doors shouldn't stare at each other. That's what it says.
That is definitely a lie.
What's that gonna do with anything? The arch. Flowers. About your training.
Coming here reminds me of when I trained you.
Yeah. It's been a while since we came here last.
I have nothing more to teach you. Let us see the results of your training.
Leave it to me!
Begin!
Jesus. Oh my god. Oh fucking. Oh my god, it's terrifying.
How's that?
Well, this is on you.
Hey! What are you two doing?
Mizuki, run for it!
Wait for me!
She's just a terrifyingly strong girl, apparently. About the bullies.
By the way, whatever happened to those kids who bullied you?
They exploded when I punched them.
Oh, did I not tell you?
No, you haven't said anything about it. I didn't want to pry.
They stopped bugging me as soon as I threatened to fight back. They targeted some other kids instead. They did terrible things. So I broke all their front teeth.
Jeez.
Hey, since we're here, let's go into the shrine.
I told you, I don't believe in that stuff.
Come on, come on.
Come on, come on. He'll be like, I kind of murdered them all. Oh, okay. Great. Beat them up with my pipe. She's got her favorite metal pipe as well that she carries around, which is she loves, which is great.
What did you ask for?
To leave this boring place as soon as possible. And you?
It's a secret. When you tell people your wish, it won't come true.
Then why did you ask me?
Because if your dream doesn't come true, mine is more likely to.
You're more crooked than a hernia.
Huh? Anyway, where to next?
Hey, Mizuki. Do you think you could fit your hand into the box there?
Hey, Date! Are you really a cop?
Because you got to tell me, That was a test. That was a test to see if you'd rob it. Congratulations, you didn't rob it. You passed the test. Congratulations. Oh, I've really got to pee. I will be right back. Exploded. Right. Let's go to Bloom Park. Let's take her back to the place where her mum was murdered. That's a good idea, right? That's a sane thing to do.
I remember telling you before that Bloom Park is an important part of my memories. Before it shut down, I came here a lot with Daddy and Mom. They fought a lot. But sometimes they got along. Whenever we were here, it was one of those sometimes days. I remember it clearly. I was just a little girl, but it was so rare to see them laughing together. That's why I remember it so well. I remember riding the merry-go-round like this. Mom was standing right next to me. She was holding me, so I wouldn't fall.
You go on any of her rides?
I couldn't get on many of them because I was so little, but I did ride the Ferris wheel. And the panda ride. They're kinda tame now, but at the time they were really fun. I was having so much fun, it felt wrong. Like it was too good to be true.
That panda ride looks more like a seat. A panda seat. You come here before with friends?
Other than last Friday? Nope, I haven't. This place has been off limits for almost a decade. Even if it wasn't, I don't think I would want to come back here.
Why is that?
How can I explain it? I guess I just wanted to keep that memory beautiful. I didn't want to ruin it or replace it with another. But in the end, it was replaced with the worst memory possible.
Where's Renji when you were on the horse?
Daddy was on the outside taking pictures of me and Mom. He was on the other side of the fence with an old camera. Every time we passed in front of him, Mom and I would wave our hands. We sound like a happy family, huh?
He must have gotten good pictures.
No, actually. We tried developing them at the park, but they came out all blurry and out of focus. But Mom wasn't mad or upset or anything. That might have been the first and last time the three of us laughed out loud together.
Say nothing. I didn't say anything as Mizuki climbed down from the horse. Then she asked me something strange.
Hey, Date, how do you define family?
Define it? You mean like being blood related?
That would mean you and I could never be family. Well, I guess that's okay.
It's okay.
This is what I think. A family is a perfectly ordinary relationship in the most ordinary way.
Huh?
Like, you say, I'm home, and you get a welcome home back. Doing those ordinary things automatically, without even thinking about it, is what a family is.
Yeah.
That's why maybe me and Mom and Daddy weren't able to be a family.
It's nice.
Our whole lives, we never could be ordinary. Even if I tried my hardest to be normal, it would just be awkward. Eventually, I got tired of trying. I killed them.
What?
I killed Mom and Daddy.
I don't think she didn't say normal, she said ordinary. I don't think they should. You have to be normal to have a normal, ordinary family. I think that was just what she's basically saying is the mundane things that you do without even thinking about it that end up meaning a lot. It's kind of what makes you a family, which is true. Some of the shit I miss the most. It's just the mundane shit, the little things, the good morning, the how are yous and shit like that, you know. Coming home to somebody.
I was never a good girl. I didn't listen to Mom. I couldn't do ordinary things. That's why Mom hit me. And why Mom and Daddy didn't get along.
Jesus.
And why they got divorced. Then Mom had to start working and start doing business with dangerous people. If I was just a good girl.
Oh. No. It's horrible the kids blame themselves for the breakups. I mean, that always happens, but you know.
Mom wouldn't have been killed. All of this, is all my fault.
This is the shit that fucking divorce does to kids, man.
Why me?
Hey, haven't you had enough?
Oh, wow. We've actually got a talking bit with him.
Why me?
I'm not married, so take this with a grain of salt, but it's not just you, right?
Yeah, I think that it's quite a natural reaction as a kid. Is you like, is it my fault?
Doesn't every family have a tough time raising children?
Our child is abnormal.
Abnormal?
Ever since she was a baby.
Abnormally strong.
No child should cry at night as much as she did. No child should dislike buggy rides that much. No child should ask to be picked up and hugged all the time.
Sounds like a you problem, Shoko. I feel like this is you know how some people just aren't really built for like that nurturing kind of. Some people just are not built for a nurturing kind of way. Just being something your fault means you have control over it. I'm with you there, Quiet. Definitely did that a lot with Jazz. Taking on a lot of blame and making it my fault. I felt like I had some kind of sense of control, which I didn't. I had no control in, which is the worst part.
She's still abnormal even now. Other children would have learned to clean up after themselves by now. They would be studying, going to bed on time, waking up on time.
God, Jesus Christ. That's also a terrible idea. Comparing your kid to everyone else's kid. Like, oh, well, that kid's doing that, so that means that's what normal kids do. Kids normally do that. So when my kid's not doing that, that must mean something is wrong.
Yet why is my little girl?
She sounds like a normal kid to me. Maybe the problem isn't with Mizuki. Maybe it's you.
I mean, she seems like a pretty she doesn't seem like a particularly. Yeah, I was just gonna say. I think the problem might be her. She doesn't seem like a particularly great person. What were her skills? Being a liar. I think that was. Her skills are lying and cheating. She likes to be envied and praised. she's not exactly a fucking glowing personality of a person.
I'm doing more than anyone. Our child is stupid, brain dead, abnormal.
Yeah, I don't think this lady should be a mom. Yeah, it's not necessarily like you're a bad mum thing. I think just some people are just built not to be mums. Like it's just not like in their nature.
Date, honey, you can't work her up like that.
All night. That's the rest of the story. Where's Mizuki now?
Sleeping at home, not knowing that her mother is crying her eyes out because of her.
God, okay, no, she's just a straight up bad mum. Someone who just not be a mum. Isn't the rest of the story?
I quit my job for that girl. I threw away the career that I built with my own hands.
Oh, there we go. It's the resentment. She resents her child for getting in the way of her career.
I raised my child at the expense of my own life. But one little slap.
Are you hitting your kid?
There's nothing I can do. I have no choice. I know you should never raise your hand to a child. I know that. But I have a good reason. She doesn't listen to me, so what else am I supposed to do?
What? I know you're not supposed to do it, but I have a good... Unlike everyone else who does that and slaps their kids, I have a good reason. So, like, you know, I'm not like the other people slapping their kids. They're doing it for no reason. I have a good reason. No one, all the other ones are just doing it for the funsies. I've got like a genuinely good reason for it, you know, unlike everyone else. Yeah, you're the different one. No, I know. I'm laughing in like a kind. It's not like a this is so funny way. It's like a pity laugh. Do you know what I mean? I know that's exactly what they all think. Every single one of them thinks that the reason they're doing it is because they have a good reason to.
What the hell do you mean, what am I supposed to do? That's no reason to hit a child.
So of course she starts crying. And it's so irritating that I have to hit her again to get her to stop. And Mizuki cries and cries some more. Why are you crying? If you're gonna cry, why didn't you just listen to me in the first place?
It's like when people was it stop crying, I'll give you something to cry about. I'm already crying. Why would I want you to make me cry more? What else can you make me cry about? Fuck it. I'll give you something to cry about now. Stop crying.
Then I wouldn't have to hit you. Stupid Mizuki. Stupid girl.
The weirdest way to stop someone crying. Don't just make them cry anyway. You're like, what? You're like, what? What? I just don't understand.
It's not my fault.
It's a hell of a line, that. It's like something they say, and then as a kid, you're like, okay. But then afterwards, you're like, wait, what the fuck does that even mean? What?
Everything is her fault.
Have you talked to Renju about this?
I'm trying. I'm trying harder than anyone. Why doesn't anyone see that?
You're the hardest trying mum out there.
Why doesn't anyone understand?
No one tries as hard as you to be a mum, Shoko, definitely. Mum of the
Date.
year. Mum of the year award.
Yeah, I'll talk to Renju about this.
It was my misunderstanding.
Oh, well, now we swap them out now.
What do you mean?
I thought that mothers love their children unconditionally.
Could be a bit. What's that thing? Postpartum depression, postnatal depression.
But some mothers just can't do that. Well, no. Maybe she does love her. But she has a hard time of it.
Like I said, some people just are not built that way.
Shoko was never hugged by her mother.
I'll explain things as well. Some people just don't know how to do the loving thing.
Not because her mother wasn't around. She was raised to never develop a sensitivity to affection. No hugs, no piggyback rides, nothing.
It's always the parents, isn't it? Like, why is that person so horrible to their kid? Oh, because their parents were horrible to them. Ah, they never learned how to be... Right, okay. So they don't know how... It's weird. There's like two routes you go down when you've had like a shitty childhood, I guess. You either kind of tell yourself you never want your kid to feel that way, or it fucks you up in the head so much that you don't know how to do... You just end up redoing the things they did because it's all you know.
Maybe that's why she doesn't know how to love Mizuki.
And you probably do it subconsciously as well. You pass on things the way your parents did things without even meaning to.
When an animal raised in captivity gives birth, sometimes it just doesn't know how to raise its young. It's just like that.
Yeah, that's what I like. I know she's a fictional character. Pretty decent job of making people hate her, though. But I can't despise her that much because there's a reason that character is the way she is. It's never quite as simple.
But that doesn't mean she's blameless in all this. Someone has to put a stop to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's still her fault. You can't. It's weird. It's like you blame her. You have to blame her, but then at the same time, you're like, but I also get why she's like that. But also, she's not had the help she needs to clearly come to terms with that. Whether that's by her choice to not come with that, it's very weird. It's the whole thing. There's so many layers to everything. Nothing is ever. Nothing is ever black and white, Even if people want it to be. is something's going on in someone's head.
If I could have, I would have done it a long time ago.
What about counseling?
I did recommend that. She told me, I'm not sick. Why should I go see a doctor? Mizuki is the problem. Mizuki is the sick one.
Okay, well, now I can blame a bit more. She is refusing to even actually make any effort. If she was trying to make some effort, then maybe. But I mean, if she's like, that's the response. I mean, like, okay. Well, then you're just fucked. It's best if Mizuki and Shoko are separated.
No, Mizuki would never leave Shoko. She wouldn't hear of it. Mizuki and Shoko are practically attached at the hip.
Even with all of the hitting?
Yes. Even if she's abused on a daily basis, even if she's treated like garbage, maybe. Mizuki is hungry for love.
Yeah, it took me a while to realize. I think it wasn't until Jazz went, when I was like, I realized I think one of the reasons I was always very like anti-kids, like bleh, kids, get away from me. I think a part of it was like a fear of fucking it up. But she never really ever kind of was like, oh, you'd be a good dad. She never actually said that to me. Then I don't know if she ever knew that I felt that way. I think she just thought I hated kids. I was like, there's a reason I have a very sudden reaction to a lot of them.
She craves praise and attention and physical affection. She wants it from her mother. That's why she's so attached.
I think sometimes I think you just want someone whose opinion you care about or respect to tell you that you'll be good at something, and it does work, and you're like, okay.
I have a company now,
Lemniscate.
and we're at a crucial stage of development. I can't take even a single second out of my day to deal with a kid.
Validation, yeah. Oh, validation is crazy, yeah. I realize that I am very much motivated by validation. Like, all the things I did for Jazz. Like, the validation she gave, because she appreciated them, at least at the time. The validation she gave me of being like, thank you, that's really nice, this is lovely. I realized that was a fucking huge motivator to me. Without, like, that motivation of like, validation in a way, that's like half the reason this house is fallen into like disarray. Because I know that I don't have anyone that I'm doing it for. Like, I'm just like, why do I give a shit? I don't care. You know? Yeah, it's weird. It's like I do tend to need a person to do things for. Which I don't think is a bad thing necessarily. Although Jazz kind of made me feel like that was a bad thing. Which is another thing that fucked me up in the head a bit. That, like, doing things for some validation is a terrible idea or something. I don't know. You know, I think she made it seem like it was like a weird pressure on her to do that, but I don't feel like you should ever feel a pressure to validate your partner. That's weird. That's a very weird thing to say, you know? I always validated her feelings on stuff, not because I felt pressure to, because I wanted to, because I believed in it, you know? I don't know. I think I've realized a lot of things about her that I didn't really notice when I was over the last couple of years, or that I let slide because I was so enamored with her that I just didn't really see some of the more selfish, nasty traits. that now I'm looking at things, I'm like, okay.
Hey, that's your daughter you're talking about. Maybe because you two can't cooperate on raising a child, Shoko is having trouble coping.
I did question if Jazz had a narcissistic streak after she left. To be honest, I was a bit like the way I was kind of like tossed aside. I felt very like, fuck, okay. it felt quite like I'd been used up by like a narcissist, to be honest. But that was weird. It's like she flicked the switch or something. It was very weird. It could be ref guy, yeah. But then I mean, like, she should have told me about it. That was the problem. That was the problem at the end, was that she didn't talk to me about all that shit. She hid it, and so I had no idea. And she let it build up. And then decided, you know, the solution was to run away with someone else. So, I don't know.
That might be it.
Man, this game makes me introspect a lot. Fucking hell.
Maybe this is partially my fault.
Like, I just keep seeing things that I don't recognize inside of this. Like the fucking family, the other path with the family made me really fucking upset because I was just like, I felt like that felt like I'd lost that in a weird way.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna say it. You two are both awful parents.
Oh wow, okay, that's interesting. Well, she's definitely a terrible parent. I don't know enough about his parenting style. I don't know if you say that straight up to a parent's face, but then again, maybe sometimes you need that face-to-face thing. I realized the other day as well, I was like, I feel this weird, like, rush in my head to find someone. And I realized the other day, I was like, that is not healthy. And I had this feeling the other day. I was like, why am I like so obsessed with this thing? And then I was like, the other day, I was just like, man, I think that I feel this weird pressure in my head to like, it was like I'm 32, to like find someone fast before something. I don't know what it is. But then I was like, man, you know what? No, I need to not do that, because then I'll just rush into something that I don't really care about for the sake of something. Not even biological clock, because like I said, I don't even know if I want kids. It's not like me being like, oh, I gotta find something so I can have kids. Like I don't. It takes me ages to be certain if I want kids or something. It's like, I don't know, it's weird. Like, I'm 32, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm back where I started when I was 23, which is like, all I have is this, is my job again. And it's very scary. But then, like, I don't want to... I'm very adamant about not just jumping into something for the sake of it, like she did. I don't want to just jump into something because I feel this need to not be alone and for some fucking external validation. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to somebody else. That's not fair to them. So it's, yeah, I don't know. But then that's scary as well, because I'm like, I know I don't like being alone that much. So I've kind of got to balance this, like, weird, empty, hollow feeling I get from being alone with not rushing into something because of that feeling. It's very hard for me. It's very hard for me to be like, oh, I gotta fill this fucking jazz-shaped hole with someone else, and then at the same time, that's like my heart or whatever. And then my head's like, no, don't do that. That's a fucking terrible idea because you'll just end up in something you don't really care about, and then you'll end up leaving and it'll fuck somebody else up. So I'm just like, The last thing I ever want to do is settle. Like, I was with Jazz because I was happy, and I'd met someone that I'd never felt that way about before. Like, I knew very fast. I was like, she's the one. And I'd never felt that way about anyone before that. And so I know that I'd like to meet someone and be like, have that, like, oh no, it's that feeling again. But then I'm like, oh, well, I have a feeling, I don't know. Yeah, there's not wanting to jump into something because I'm a bit worried that if I let myself be as... There's like a part of me that, as fucked up as it is, that's like, I was very honest and open about everything with Jazz. Like, I didn't really hide how I felt about things. And in the end, she kind of used that against me as an excuse to get away. And now I'm a bit like... So there's a part of me that's like, if I do that again, is someone going to use that against me? So there's that like worry of being honest and open with someone and feeling like they're gonna end up using things I say against me in the future when they've in an argument and shit like that, which is like which I don't like. But yeah. I mean, yeah, no. Like I said, I don't really trust people at the moment. I don't. She fucked up my ability. I've always been a very trusting person. Once you fuck up that trust, I don't really let it go. I don't forgive quite as easily. You know, I'm like, once you break that trust, I don't know what it would require for me to be able to trust someone who broke that trust in such a strong way. You know, so I'm like. I don't know. I guess I'll know when I feel. I figure that I'll know when I've met someone that I feel like I can trust again. But I think I probably will have my guard up because of past shit, and being worried that people are going to use shit against me. But I guess eventually I'll know when I've met someone that I can be completely honest with about who I am. I remember the relationship I was in before Jazz. I never was quite as like open and honest about who I was as I was with Jazz. Yeah, I've never been the take things super slow kind of thing, to be honest with you. Like, me and Jazz were like very fast. We went from meeting each other to being like enamored, spending our lives together like pretty fucking fast, which maybe was a red flag from the beginning, I suppose. Well, yeah, the first relationship I was with before Jazz, I was 19, I think. Yeah, I was 19. I think she was 25. I was the toy boy. Yeah, but that was for completely outside reasons to Bill. That wasn't a lack of us wanting to live together. That was circumstances to do with other things that like we couldn't. That wasn't so like that wasn't so much of a we don't want to. That was more like it's like actually we can't right now. Because she's got to look at, she has to like take care of other things, and like it was actually like not possible. If it had been easier, I think we would have started living together a long, long time ago. And then maybe things would have ended sooner. I don't know. Maybe we kept a honeymoon period going because we weren't living together for a very long time. But living with her was very easy. Like, she said the same to me. She said living with me was really fun. It was really easy. It's hard to get in relationships because I only really want a long-term thing. I think I don't know. I think I'd like to go into things in the future not being like, this is going to last forever. Because that's what I went into it with Jazz. And it ended up, destroying me. So I think in the future I'll probably be under things being like less expectations and just go with the flow, I guess. Which I don't love, but that's what happens when people fuck you over. Put up walls. Anyway, this was a massive tangent that this sent me on then. Go for it, Batman.
I knew about the whole thing. That's why 4 years ago, I decided to start taking care of Mizuki. Mizuki, you did nothing wrong.
Well, she said she didn't realize she wasn't. She said, I don't know. I mean, if she was like, she's a fucking phenomenal liar if she wasn't happy for a long time. I gotta be honest, like, really good at lying.
Don't blame yourself.
Thing is, though, I don't feel like some of these feelings appeared until she met someone else. So
It's not your fault.
that seems when suddenly things start to fall apart suddenly.
Not one single thing was your fault.
Does occasionally feel a bit like I was used for her own validation now and then. But again, this is part of the whole thing where I'm like, I genuinely don't know how she felt now. Because of all the shit she hid and lies and the gaslighting, my head is very much like, I don't know what I believe is true. I don't know what part of our whole relationship was actually true. Which is the thing. I think that's the thing I have the most difficulty getting to terms with now, is I don't know what part of the last 8 years we spent together was actually like real. Because whoever she is now is not the person I knew. And the stuff she said, and some of the stuff she said, like, I was like, well, that doesn't gel at all with other stuff you said. So it very much like it feels like I've been living in a fucking lie for ages that I didn't know was going on, and it's horrible. Like like I said, like that trust issue is fucking huge now. I don't know what was real. And it's like, it like really fucks me up sometimes. That's usually what makes me the most upset when I start to cry, is when I'm like, I think of something we did and I'm like, did that mean as much to her as it meant to me? Like, was that real? I don't know. It's very weird. Just don't lie to your partners, That's all I'd say. If there's someone out there you're not sure about, just don't lie to them, It really fucks them up when you go. I don't think some people, or even her, maybe truly realize the depths of how much it fucked me up in the head. I'm trying to work out how to fix that bit of me that's like, I don't know what to believe. When I work out that, I'll probably start to feel better. I mean, no, yeah, that's what I said. Like, I was like, the part of me is like, how much of that was real, how much of it was stuff she just made up to make herself feel better about doing what she was doing, how much of it was him, because I'm pretty sure there's a part of him who influenced her. I don't know how long they were talking to each other. It's, yeah. Ugh. Really, really. There's so many different circumstances, and there's so many things she hid and lied to me about that I don't know about, that I'm just like, I don't know what's real anymore. And if so, I've either been gaslighting me for the last fucking 8 years, or a couple of years, or whatever. Like, I'm like, why did we move in together if you didn't care? The whole fucking. She really fucked up. I think she knows she fucked up, but I just don't think she realizes the fucking mess she's left. Or she does, and that's why she won't talk to me anymore, because it makes her feel bad.
I guess it was a waste of time.
Yeah. I didn't find any clues.
Did we even look for fucking clues? I feel like we just stood here for a second. Anything got anything?
Not really.
Sorry for bringing bad meal.
Because this is where Daddy's corpse was? I told you before, it's fine. I was the one who said I wanted to come with you, so...
Let's get going.
Yeah, nothing we can do here.
That was a waste of time. What time is it? Oh shit, I gotta help my mum move some tiles. I might have to... I think I'm gonna have to jump off for a bit. I told my mum I'd help her move some shit around in the house. So I'm gonna have to go do that. It won't take me that long, but I might have some food while I'm down there as well. And then I think I'll come back afterwards, because there's like there's still a bunch of like not E3 stuff happening today that I'd like to catch up on. Like there's a whole, oh my god, there's so many trailers that dropped. Holy shit. Okay, yeah, no, we got a lot of shit to watch. Ooh, there's a game update for Void Train. Oh boy, yeah. There's a bunch of shit I gotta watch. So I think we're gonna do that. That IGN Expo dropped a lot of trailers. Holy shit! All the red ones of the IGN Expo thing. All right, yes, I think we'll do that. Right, I think I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna go see my mum and dad. I'm gonna give them a hand moving some shit around. Probably steal some food from them. And then I think we'll come back and have an evening of watching a vast amount of trailers. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. I am sorry that I kind of like devolved this into me going on about jazz again. I apologize. This game something about this game and some of the topics it touches on seem to make me think about things and stuff